we decided to pitch the packs and go check out some rapids just off trail here. So taking a little bit of a break, only 2K in, and still light rain, but doable, good temperature. And let's see what this rapid is, because I understand you can canoe this and shoot some of these rapids and actually kind of stay at a lot of these backcountry camp spots as well. So this might be a possible canoe trip at some point. Yeah, water looks a little low for sure.
It's clear though. Like, I mean, there's weeds, but it's clear water.
Yeah, it's clear water, for sure. I don't think you'd hesitate to filter this, would you?
Oh no, this should be fine.
Would you drink it straight up?
Keep seeing deer on this trail. It's kind of interesting. You know, there's a ton of them in here. I think it's getting soon to be hunting season, so we'll see how well they fare. Evidently there's hunting allowed here, somebody mentioned. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but hey, there's that.
Well, if it's always...
Going down there.
So just looking at from BT1, just looking at the river, nice little viewpoint. You can see it kind of just cutting through the valley here, and we're going that way. So the water's a little low. I don't know if I'd want to paddle a canoe down here right quite yet, but finding the non-rocky option would be a bit of a challenge. But yeah, so far, nice camp spot. We're not staying here, however. We're another 4K down the road. There's the Beaver Lodge. I think we're about half K away from BT2 where we're staying. Still a little drizzly. Still a decent temperature, but I think, you know, for a first day, a lot of uphills we weren't expecting. And I guess we'll be glad to get in there as the light day. See you tonight. So we're at our camp spot BT2 and just set the tent up. The small version that I got in. I think I might have the same kind as Jim does. Looks like over there. Just kind of drizzling still. As luck would have it, there are people already here and they're hiking the other way, so they've got like 10K to go to the end of the trail. They got a fire going over there already. We're just setting our tents up, and I guess after that we've got to make some supper and figure out where to go from there. So it's just before 9 and I'm in bed. The rain's been kind of drizzly for most of the evening, but you know, we were able to set our tent up and have some food, talk with some ladies here who are just doing part of the trail as it would happen. So they had a nice fire, we could hang out with it a little bit, and then they're still up last night before they're heading out the way we came. You can see the mess this tent is in, and I can tell it's been a long time since I've actually camped in this tent, because I don't remember it this crowded. I think I might be sleeping in it the wrong way today, but that's fine because I think it's a little slanty the other way. So anyways, I hope I have a good night's sleep, and I hope you do too. We'll see you tomorrow. It's about 5 to 7, so you can see here nice little beach where we're at, Pierce Lake. And this here is just actually, we're kind of more camping on a little bit of a peninsula, a little spike out, and there's more lake over there. But you can see a little mist rising. Looks like a clear morning with you know, the sun just rising, so it should be kind of nice. Slept not too bad last night. It wasn't too cold, but more was the slopiness of where I decided to sleep, and I think you know, some things were a little on the wet side, so I had to figure out where to put them so that it didn't get everything wet. So we'll today should be dry day, so hopefully everything will dry right off. And 5 minutes later, there's the sun on the other, coming up the other side of the peninsula. There's the pit toilet that we get to use. They have one of these at every campground, which is kind of nice. You don't have to hang in the woods, but that's kind of the view on this one, especially when the sun is rising. So most of my pack is done. My tent's down, of course, wet inside of there. My boots are wet on the outside, a little damp on the inside, but things hanging here seem to be drying a little bit. The day starts still pretty nice, and so far clouds haven't threatened too much, and not super windy. So yeah, so this is what the camp's like. These are the bear lockers, and so that's what's in them. Oh, this must be mine, I think. It's a good thing I checked. And yeah, so that's the bear lockers, and then this particular campsite has 3 benches and a fire box, and then a pit toilet kind of through down the trail there and off to the left with a nice view. I showed you that earlier. Decent camp spot. The only thing I would say is kind of sandy, so this part of it anyways, over where we were camped, it was more on the muddy side, but we'll be picking things out of our stuff for a little bit, but hopefully it won't be too bad. 5 after 9, looks like we're rolling. Well, here it is, we're starting off.
It's go time.
It's go time, 9:12. Which way did we go? So 1 hour in, and it's looking like a nice day still. Trail's going this way. So far, a nice trail. A few ups and downs right at the start, but we're doing pretty good. There's Jim stripping down in the... He likes to run naked through the woods, so every once in a while you come to a clearing and get a good look at Pierce Lake over there. But we keep on trucking, making miles. Nice look at the lake. Beach across. We could hike there, sure. If we were canoeing, no problem. This is the wet area. So we took the wet route, but I guess it's pretty passable now. Water not super high, get a little bit of a beach. I don't know, walking on the beach might not be quite as much fun, but I guess we'll get there. We are on the Humphrey Lake Trail, off to Humphrey Towers right now. And this is what the trail looks like. Kind of goes by Humphrey Lake. We think we saw some big, large animals in the water across the lake there. So just taking a look. But trail's fairly well maintained. This is kind of a loop trail that you can park at and just do like 3.5, 4 kilometer loop. So well maintained. Come every once in a while there's a little bit of a bench. So this is the easy life. Lunchtime on the trail. So far, the sign says we've come, well, I don't know, like 10 kilometers, and I think we booked 13 kilometers or something like that.
12.3.
12.3. We're going that way after we have enough to eat and enough time to get over all these uphills. So many uphills. One o'clock, break's over, time to get going. It's a straight shot that way, and then by the highway. Break time, 2 o'clock. Getting a little on the warm side. The left calf was starting to cramp up at the last 100 meters, so we knew it was break time. So the last mile was up a hill, a gravel road. That was rough. Our last kilometer. Looks like we got the trailhead here. We can pop in, and it's going to piss us off if it either goes up or down. So what happened? We went steep downhill, and then look what happens over there. Steep uphill. So that's our 26K day. I don't know, hopefully we don't get too many of those, but we're here, BT3. Bear lockers over there, sign over there, and fire and stuff here. We came from that way, and I guess we're probably heading off that way in the morning. However, the water's way down there. So we've decided it looks flat and everything, so we'll probably set our tents up down there and then just come up here for a fire if we want one. In the tent, rain. Just a little drizzle right now, but I'm going to wait till it stops. Jim's out there trying to get us to come out, but to no avail. Kind of a rough end to this camp spot. Everything's a little sore. We'll see what tomorrow brings, I guess. Still have to make a little supper and get on with the evening. So it's really quite early. It's 10 to 6. And hopefully when this storm blows over, or rain or whatever, then hopefully we'll have clear skies. So it's morning, it's just a little after 7, I think. And so it's kind of a nice looking morning, and you know, sun's just starting to think about coming out there. Fog coming off of this little river creek that we kind of went before. So you know, it was a little chilly last night, and I guess the proper answer for when people ask how chilly was it, well, there was ice crystals on the inside of my tarp, or inside of my fly this morning. So yeah, so that was good. Sleeping bag kind of held out okay. My nose was a little cold here and there, but yeah, just, you know, kind of a nice morning once it warms up, I think. Okay, so it's about 25 after 9, suiting up. And the trail's all clear. Did a once over, twice over. All the way down there to the water. And I guess we're off this way. By the way, there's no sign to the washroom on this one. It's down that trail. So this is a side trail. We decided, well, it looked like the trail was washed out. So just follow the sign. And it's kind of new trail. Very in deep, so you can see mature forest, a lot of moss. It's actually kind of nice walking, but I think we're losing a bit of time. So break time. It's a little steamy in here, so my camera's probably a little steamy. But yeah, kind of a nice forest to walk through. Soft floor, some monster up and downs on a bypass trail there, but beyond that, everybody's happy, right? Here's the Wolf Bay camp spot. Kind of hiked a little bit just to get to it, but you know, it's basically set up the same way. Benches. This one had wood, so if only we would have brought an axe. Nice view out there, and a little bit of a hike up to get out of here, up and around the corner. But all in all, I'd say yeah, this would be a good place to stop, I think. There are some portions of this trail that are just straight, wide, probably snowmobile sometimes. And so this is one of them. You know you're on the trail because you get these yellow signs saying you're on the trail. Okay, so trees are starting to change color here, you can see. And isn't this picturesque? It'd be like the forest just outside of Little House on the Prairie. Trail lunch. So we've picked up a good number of kilometers on this little stretch. It was heads down, just straight, gradual uphill the whole way. Pretty soon we're going to hit a summit somewhere. Altitude will be cutting the oxygen level on us. Today's lazy lasagna. Nice and noodly. And then those two are just like nuts and berries or something, I don't know.
Living off the land.
Living off the land and the beef jerky, the 5 pounds of beef jerky he brought. So, yeah, well, it's getting there. Welcome to BT4. This is a nice little beach. Oh yeah, see, you can get water here easy. Benches and bear thingy over there. What would make this perfect is if the can was right here overlooking the water.
What was?
If the can was right here overlooking the water, you'd just get this nice view. So this is the Murray Dole campground up there. We're just continuing on. This is the downhill that all those uphills have been saving for. So I guess, you know, when we hit the trailhead, should be about 7 more clicks, which is I think just down over by those buildings and everything. This is the trail to BT5 from Dole Campground. It gets a little sketchy at times. Looks like they must have had to remake the trail from all the downed trees. So enjoy. Kind of at the last 4 kilometers or so before BT5. Kind of a lot of hills. Not so much fun, but I guess we're slowly getting there. Supper around a nice huge fire, and those guys are just waiting for theirs to go. I'm sure they'll be enjoying all sorts of craziness.
Good till 2051.
Good till 2051. Perfect. In the evening, it was windy when we got here, which actually felt pretty good, given the day we had, but now it's calmed right down, so we might be a very calm lake later on. Tents are mostly set up, and really just is enjoy the evening, and then bedtime.
Yeah, then bedtime.
27K today. That's crazy.
It was 27 point something on mine.
Yeah, it was long as hell.
8:15, and we woke up to kind of a rainy morning, windy, just coming off the water. My tent was slapping me in the face almost, my tent side. So everything's done up. This one had a lot of wood at it, but it was kind of, you needed a good splitter to get at it because it's very knotty. But we're 8:15, new record for getting out of camp.
Personal best.
Personal best. Soon we'll be having our second break, and I gotta say this one's kicking my butt, but we have a lot of this ground here that has big sticks broken up, and you're just rolling on every one of them. So anyways, looking forward to the break. Break. Sweet, sweet break. Finally. Well, getting low on the grits here, so we'll see what happens then. This section's a little picturesque. Oh, just video. This section's a little picturesque. Just kind of coming upon the riverbend campsite. We'll maybe take a break there, get some water, and see where that goes. So here we are at Riverbend Campsite, taking a quick break. View down to the water. Looks a little ways to get water, but I guess there must be a path here somewhere. They got a little bit of wood at this one, which would be alright. I guess we could have booked here and would have had a nice fire, but truthfully last night's fire was pretty darn good either way. So the sign over there said 6.7 to BT6, which was our goal for the day. And we'll see what we feel like if we want to push on to something else after that. 11:30.
What time are we stopping for lunch?
Just stopping for a quick break at the top of whatever the hell this is. And yeah, it's just a very beautiful valley. We were right down beside it, and then we came up, and I'm breathless. A long straightaway coming up to BT6 somewhere up there. But yeah, it just kind of goes along the edge. Must be some sort of a field, farmer's field somewhere here. But yeah, slowly making our way. 20 after 1, and here we are at BT6. I think the water's a little bit of a hike. Gotta figure out where that goes. But you can see over there is the bear locker and the stuff, so it's a nice place. Very windy right now, but other than that, I guess we'll see. So from BT6 to BT7, so far this is pretty much what it's been like. Kind of a nice easy trail, snowmobile trail I understand, and nice and wide, 2 tracks, not a ton of crazy uphill or downhills, but there still certainly are uphills and downhills, but you know, kind of this type of a forest, picturesque for sure. So the trail opens up here. Looks pretty nice. Nice field. Waterhand River beside us, I think. Another break. Everybody's still having fun. Big smiles.
I love it.
Supposedly down there, 3 more clicks, and we're at camp.
We should have to turn.
So I'm sitting here, kind of set my tent up. And Jim and Amy are still setting theirs up. They're probably doing more interior work than I do. But windy as hell. Trying to find a spot without the wind is kind of tough right now. Don't know if the wind's going to die down or be like this the rest of the night, but well, let's hope it dies down so we can get a good night's sleep. Well, that was a windy night. Here it's in the morning. I think it's we've been up. It's about 7:20, but we've been up since packing everything since 6:30ish. And we're gonna hit the road really quickly here and try to find a place out of the wind to drink some coffee. And so this is part one of the morning. We'll have a part two a little later. 7:30, and we're hitting the trail. Leaving Jim behind. Just checking. Oh, double checking. He's gonna catch up quick. Looking for a place out of the wind for a coffee. So I guess that was coffee. Done and done. 8:08. Packing up, hitting the trail. Few kilometers in, and this is what the trail looks like. We are it's been fairly flat so far. We hope that trend continues. Knock on wood somewhere. And so this is kind of a nice trail, more what I would say boreal forest than some of the other bits of the trail. Kind of looking at, I think, Matheson boat launch or something. In a few kilometers here. We've already gone through one break and just trundling along. So we are second break. I think that means we're about 7k in or something today. And for some reason the topic came up, the Barkley Marathon. I wonder why.
I'm going to enter it after this.
Just past the riding stables, and it's kind of bleak, but burnt out and kind of cleared down a little bit. But you know, good news, Kimball Lake, what did it say?
6.8.
6.8, and then the truck 5 after that, give or take. This journey is getting close. 11:35, another break. So we come 14k today to this spot. So trail has been fairly decent for the most part today, fairly even, and walked through a campsite, so that was kind of interesting. Got some potable water and we're all good to go. So hopefully last break, we're trying to figure out if it's 3 kilometers left or do we believe the last sign we came across.
I don't know. Hopefully 3.
I think the alias of this trip will be called "The Signage Guy Got Creative with the Numbers."
He's a crook.
Showtime. So that's the green sign up there, if you can see it. I think that's about where we parked. In fact, the sign back there said 1.2k. The longest 1.2K in my life. And now we gotta go uphill. Rough.